Hi guys, welcome back. So I just finished watching A Christmas Carol, and I usually watch it a couple of times every Christmas. Usually the big time is on Christmas Eve. I snuggle in with some hot cocoa, and I usually watch it in bed, and I just cry my eyes out at a couple scenes. So if any of you love A Christmas Carol, then keep watching. If you don't love A Christmas Carol, this video is not for you. So anyway, this is the version that I watched, which is the 1951 version starring Alastair Sim, who's a brilliant British actor. This was actually a British production and it was in black and white. But it's just, I think the black and white makes it so like atmospheric, it's very true to the time, it feels like. If you don't like that version or have never seen that version, the 1984 version with George C. Scott is also really good. Of course, there's been tons of different versions of this, including the Muppets, but that just lends a different flavor to it. There's also been American versions and more current, like set in present day and all sorts of things. But I really love the 1951 version of A Christmas Carol. So if you've never watched that version, I really encourage you if you love this story. I just wanted to talk a minute because it's Christmas time, and I wanted to talk a minute why this movie is so important to me and why I've always loved it from the first time I saw it as a child. It is, to me, Charles Dickens like had an absolute flash of brilliance in writing this story. According to legend, he apparently wrote it in a very short amount of time, and it is a story that is way ahead of its time. Considering that he wrote it in the mid 19th century, it really is applicable today as much as I'm sure it will be applicable 100 years from now. It's a timeless story. And what's interesting is although there's mention of the Christ child and there's kind of a religious element to it, it's not overtly religious, which is really an interesting thing. It's really about what is our purpose here on earth? In other words, as humans, what are we really supposed to devote our time to? And the message of this story is that humankind is our business. Mankind is our business, is what is said in the story. And the purpose of us being here is to help one another, and to love one another. And it's very simple, but it's very difficult to do. And I think most of us struggle with it. I know I struggle with it. I'm sure most of you struggle with it. And if you don't struggle with it and that's really easy for you, bless you. Seriously, bless you. Because we need more people like that in the world. And I try to do, this is one of the reasons I have this channel, is to hopefully be some help to people. Because I really believe in that story of humankind is our business. We're here, we're all in this together. We're all on this planet together for our short span of life, relatively. And we're here to do good. We're here to help one another. And the reason I love that 1951 version of A Christmas Carol is because when he has his redemption, after the angel, the spirits come to him, and you could call them angels really, but they call them spirits. When they come to him and he has his redemption, what is beautiful about it is that he transforms into this amazingly loving being, which is really the ultimate thing. And he realizes that and he's not a young man in the story. He's a middle-aged man to older man. In fact, for the time he was living in, he probably didn't have much longer to live, maybe 10 years or so. So the thing is that it didn't matter how much time he had left. The point is, with what time he had left, it was what he did in that time that was so important. And that was to give of himself, to help other people. In the story, of course, he helps Bob Cratchit and his family, including Tiny Tim, so Tiny Tim doesn't have to die. All of those things. But it's about the fact that redemption can happen at any age. It can happen at any age. And realizing that that's really the true message. And I don't mean it's the true message just of Christmas. I love that this has become a Christmas story and it has the name of Christmas Carol, but it's really timeless, and it's not really tied to any particular holiday or festivity. It's what we should be living every day of the year, 365 days of the year. We should be invested in helping our fellow humans and spreading love. And that's really why I wanted to come on here and do this message. I always get inspired watching the movie. I wanted to share that with you. I hope that you watch this film or another version of it. I hope that you maybe get the same thing out of it that I do. It really does inspire me to keep working at that, keep working at being a better human during the upcoming year. That's really what it does for me, to keep working at being a better human. So on that note, I hope you all have a Merry Christmas. And if you don't celebrate Christmas, that you have a good holiday season. And I wish the best for you in the coming year. And until next time, be well, keep moving forward, love your fellow humans, and take care. Bye.